Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? It is Monday, August 5th, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:21 a.m. Eastern Time. Welcome to the Bloodbath. Market is dumping. There's a lot of stuff going on in Japan. The VIX is flying, which is what I'm looking at currently on my charts. There's a lot going on out there. And I don't know if you can see down below, right here. You probably can't. I do not have Thinkorswim turned on at all. I have my broker platform turned off. I want to make sure I don't get emotional. It's Monday morning. There's a lot of stuff going on. And the best trade of the week has not happened yet. So I want to make sure I am being super cautious. Thank you, Night Truck. So I officially get started in 8 minutes. I jump on early because I need to get warmed up because mouth, brain, and all that stuff needs to get matched up. Hey, Fat and Greg. Hey, Shake and Bake. Casey. Good afternoon. Hey, Omar. Rob, I hope you're doing well. Hey, Jill. Dollar Tree Farmer. Hey, Mel. K-Mac. Tess, Ray. Anderson, Spaceball. Omar. And Crazy Mort. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to go through a lot of charts this morning. We're going to figure stuff out. There's a lot of emotions in this market. Technical analysis is a wonderful tool. 95% of the time, it's unbelievable. And there's a 5% of the time where things are emotional and it's not as helpful. And now we're in that time where things are getting extreme to the upside on VIX, to the downside on the market. It's just not as helpful, and we just need to stay in the pocket. Stay in the pocket. I can tell you right now, in 1 hour and 7 minutes, there's going to be the most money made of the whole week on some opening trades and the most money lost on the week on some opening trades. Do you want to be the donor or the recipient of the windfall? And I'm just saying that it's going to be very emotional at market open. And for me, I have my platform shut down. I don't want to open it till at least 30 minutes after the market opens, and then things settle down and I can figure out, where does TA give me an edge? And right now, I don't believe that I have an edge. Hey, Leslie, Judd, C. Zapsky. Success, Lassie, Sharon. Let's go back up to the top, see if I have any chart requests. Looking. Okay, knee. Utilities are generally, with an asterisk mark, nothing's ever 100%, are safer. Real estate and utilities are a hedge because they typically have dividends, which are a little bit of a hedge to the market. I love this pattern. Love that pattern with the squeeze. I like it. Would I be buying today? No. I'd wait for a daily or weekly high or low. What's going on? Did they have news? Again, very constructive chart on the daily. Beautiful. I'd wait for a daily high or low. Preferably about 40% pullback from here to here in the 70, let's call it the $77.50 area. By the way, I just made myself some coffee. Hey, Gerardo from New Zealand, my favorite accent on earth. How are ya? Hey, Sharon, Ivan and Sydney, my second favorite accent on earth. Hey, Rachel. Yep, all emotional. Hey, Ted, thanks for the shout out this morning in TCG. You're waiting for this phone call. And then I started putting pressure on myself. Oh my God, I need to sound smart this morning. Okay, let's go back up to the top. Okay, MSTR. MSTR is actually one of my Queen of the Mountains. I would be looking to short this on overbought conditions. So on the 15-minute, let's go set that alert. Tell me when the RSI gets overbought. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and set the theme for the whole day. Let's set the theme. Conservative bears are waiting for that's not the proper abbreviation, for overbought conditions. And I would say the 15 minutes are next reverse back burner. That is what the conservative bears are doing. Aggressive bulls looking for 2-minute trend changes for a dip buy, oversold bounce. If you want to screenshot this, this is the theme of the whole day. In my opinion, you are better served waiting for overbought conditions to short than you are shorting at open, because things are very extended. And if you're trying to buy the dip, you need to wait for some sign that you have friends with you on the trade. You need some friends buying, or you're just trying to catch a falling knife, and we give no trophies, Oscars, gold stars, nothing for someone nailing the bottom. Hey, Hindenburg, you're from New Zealand? Oh, I want to visit there one day. Hey, Sam. Jenny, you are the top of my list of where I want to go visit. Tuscany. It's on literally top of the list. Thanks, Theo. I appreciate that. We'll get started here in 1 minute. So MSTR, to go back to that question, sorry I was a little vague here. I am looking for 15-minute overbought conditions for a top fish. It's getting beat up. Bitcoin's getting beat up. Think about it. The house is on fire. The entire house is on fire. What do you grab? Do you grab Bitcoin? Do you grab gold? Do you grab cash? That's what you grab. You grab the baby and you grab cash and you run out the door. So on mornings like this is literally the best advice I can give you for right now for just framing the day. The house is on fire. You literally throw out everything, grab the cash, and run. And that's what's happening today. And actually, the cash isn't even working right now because the dollar is on a big dip because of what's going on in Japan. So in general, you just throw everything away and you grab cash. So these beautiful names that have had great runs, like technology, like Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, they are getting thrown away. Bitcoin's had a beautiful run, thrown away. Grab the cash, the house is on fire, and run out the door. And I'm going to talk the next 20 minutes, but I can tell you right now, I've probably told you the best thing I can tell you and the most helpful thing I can tell you so you can just frame the day. Jersey? I don't know about Jersey. I've been to New Jersey. It's awesome. It's great. Okay, I got a sip of the coffee, which y'all could probably hear. It was super annoying. Let's get started. Good morning. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. So the table, the market environment dossier table, is all bearish. There is nothing good happening with the market. The only tiny tailwind for the market that could be a tailwind is the dollar drop. But that doesn't seem to be helping at all right now. We're oversold on the hourly. We're oversold on the 4-hour. On the daily. Weekly downtrend. Monthly support. We're here, 102.358. We're right here right now. There's a support level here. But we have plenty of room for a monthly higher low compared to 100.617. SGN, what I mean is when the house is on fire, and let's just say literally your house is on fire, and you can only grab one thing. What are you going to grab? You're going to grab cash and run to the door. And I'm saying that's why people are selling their positions. They're selling Bitcoin. They're selling Nvidia. They're worried overall. They're concerned. And then they just try to go in lockdown mode. And what can I do to protect my assets? And the best asset most people gravitate toward is the dollar. And cash in general, just cash. The dollar, however, is not doing well. We are oversold on the daily, and we are looking for that monthly higher low. I would say it's probably close to a bouncing spot, but things are super emotional. So when I jump on the mic, 99.9% of the time, I'm giving y'all technical analysis. Here's the most likely scenario here. Here's the most likely scenario there. And I'm telling you today, technical analysis is not as important because emotions are so heightened. So I'm going to give you technical analysis, and it still does work. I'm just saying things get a lot more extreme than what we think they can. So we have to be careful. Thanks, Hindenburg. I promise you right now, I don't look hot. I can promise you. All right, let's look at ES. ES, we're still looking for a monthly higher low, but things have been broken down. So I've talked to you the last, what is it, y'all? Like 7 months saying there's nothing bearish about all-time highs. The structure's not broken. Well, today we have a different message. The structure is broken. We have lost our weekly supports. We are looking for monthly higher lows. ES 502825. Let's go set an alert right now. I like to set it right before support. So we are still in a monthly uptrend. It feels very ominous right now. You wake up, you look at your 401k, you look at your IRA, you look at your brokerage platform, and you're like, oh my God, things look awful. We still have room for a monthly higher low. Daily is oversold. This is typically where we look for the monthly higher low. And we're at one of my favorite moving averages, the daily 200 MA. Can the daily 200 MA stop extreme emotions? No. Look at this. It can't. I love these moving averages. I love technical analysis. When you get emotions this heightened, sometimes it just can't slow down this momentum. You are better off today being a very conservative bear than you are being an aggressive bull. So today, the conservative bears typically will win out, waiting for overbought conditions and say, okay, tell me when we hit overbought on the 15-minute. So on a bounce, looking for a top fish setup, that's going to be your most conservative trade setup. And let me tell you, if you want to know, I have been averaging 230 viewers on average once I went from 5 days to 3 days. And right now we have 285 viewers. Why? Because of fear. People just run in. Hey, give me all the information you can give me. Help me, help me, help me. There is a ton of fear in the market. I know I keep banging that table. Hey, Lusmar. TA is always helpful. Always helpful. However, a lot of our TA resides and is supported by RSI, and RSI can get really extreme in situations like this, so we just have to recognize it. Okay, NASDAQ. We have lost the monthly higher low at 17373. We lost it. So now we have a monthly downtrend on the NASDAQ. Now, $20 on a $17,000 instrument, does that make a lower low? Maybe not. It's a little subjective. The bulls would have to recover here. Wow. They would have to recover here. We're looking for an hourly lower high on the next bounce. So I would say if the bulls can hold 17351 on NASDAQ, that we still have a monthly double bottom. Because yes, it's a downtrend. But what's the dollar amount? 351. $22. $22 does not make lower low. I would still consider this a double bottom, but bulls cannot risk it again. If we break 17351 again, then the double bottom is off the table. RTY. RTY is getting hit hard, not as hard as NASDAQ, but getting hit pretty hard. Weekly downtrend and monthly higher low is at 1937. So we have enough room for a higher low compared to 1937. I guess I should have started off on this time frame. I just want to keep reminding you, look at these 4-hour charts. Let's go back to ES. On a bounce, looking for a lower high. NASDAQ, on a bounce, looking for a lower high. RTY, on a bounce, looking for a lower high. That's why you are better served today being a conservative bear waiting for overbought conditions on the 15-minute time frame looking for top fish setups, because lower highs are the more likely scenario. Dow, 4-hour lower high. We are actually holding this weekly support on the Dow. I didn't recognize that earlier. 38515, and we're holding it by about $26. So we're still holding the weekly support. I'm not saying this is a good looking chart. This does not look good at all. It's holding up just a little better than everyone else. VIX. VIX is spiking. Obviously, fear is at as extreme right now. We are at historical RSI levels, but again, RSI means a little bit less in these extreme emotional situations. And on any pullback, bulls are looking for hourly and 4-hour higher lows on VIX. Shorting the VIX is just an amazing trade setup 95% of the time. But that 5% where it's not good, it's days like today where they're squeezing shorts. Is this bulls buying protection and saying, oh my God, I'm so worried about my position, I need to buy protection? Yeah, it's part of that, but it's also just bears getting squeezed because it's such a crowded trade of being overly shorted. So we're seeing a short squeeze right now on VIX. This is coupled with fear and people hedging, plus bears getting really demolished. Hang Seng was down 1.46 overnight. DAX is currently down 3.53%. Bitcoin is a risk-on asset. And when the things get a little risky, people get scared and they start throwing out the things that are a little more dangerous, like the Russell, like Bitcoin, who are not as steady as things like the NASDAQ or ES, and they get thrown out. So on bounces, we're looking for 4-hour lower highs. How do you trade this? Well, I would go set an alert. Tell me when RSI gets overbought. And you could look for a top fish setup looking for the 4-hour lower highs. Ethereum. This looks terrible. We are at historical bounce areas on the daily, but again, everything is super emotional. Look at this volume. Talk about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. We're in a monthly downtrend. There's going to be some great buying opportunities, but I'm begging you, don't front run it. Do not front run it. Wait for you to have friends with you on the trade and wait for shorter term time frame trend changes. Don't let your gut step in and say, oh my God, this is so oversold, it's time to buy. Your gut will lead you astray. Okay, we just lost that support on the monthly that I mentioned earlier, 102.358. We just lost it on the dollar. Gold. Let's go back to gold on the monthly. Look at these upper wicks of bears selling into these pops. That's an overall bearish look. We're approaching support 2399.60 for a potential daily higher low. I'm going to go set an alert. Tell me when we get near 2400. Oil, a weekly higher low is possible compared to 70.67. And I will tell you, this is slightly surprising because the dollar is so weak for oil to be weak as well. But again, when the house is on fire, you just throw away everything, grab the cash and run. And that's what they're doing. So oil is selling off. It does have a super, super clear support. I'm going to go set myself an alert for when we approach that support. Looking for the weekly higher low. Nat trash is still nat trashing. I mean, what have I been preaching, y'all? This crazy woman's been preaching reverse back burner on nat gas until it stops working, and it just keeps working. And there's going to be a time where it stops working. But for now, it has just been an ATM machine. Absolutely. Apple is down 9.5%. We are looking for a weekly higher low on Apple. 4-hour is oversold. That's typically where we begin looking for the weekly higher low. You need friends with you on the trade. You need friends with you on the trade. Barbara's asking, hey, Lori, are you scaling out of your retirement longs? I have been slowly scaling out ahead of the election. So not because of this chaos that we currently have. I've been scaling out because gains. When you have that much profit in a short time frame, we know as traders that it's time to take some off the table. So that's what I've been doing. And the election is an unknown event. I don't have an edge, so I've been scaling out. I would say Apple is positioned better than most, looking for that weekly higher low, but we need that trend change on a shorter term time frame. Let the market open. Let them flush it. Just flush it. And then wait for a bounce, and then we can get that rubber band trade. I love the rubber band trade where things are super flushed. But again, I don't know why you can't see this. You can't see the bottom of my screen, but my trading view is always pulled up. Excuse me, my Thinkorswim is always pulled up, and right now I have it shut down. This is my personal guardrail. Have you ever read Atomic Habits? Great book. Great book. He took Netflix off his laptop. So when he's working, he stays focused. And he tells his personal assistant, hey, keep the passwords and reset them every Monday morning and then give them back to me on Friday. That is what I'm doing right now for myself. I have my broker platform shut down. Is there going to be amazing opportunity today? Yeah, sure. I'm going to wait for it because I can't trade emotions. I trade technical analysis, and I need technical analysis to work for me. So I'm just going to keep things chill this morning. I do not want to donate to the professional trader tuition. You don't want to donate. So I have it shut down for now. And that's part of my atomic habits and what I do to protect myself and help protect myself from myself. All right. So Apple, we're looking for that weekly higher low. Amazon is down 8.3%. We've lost the weekly support. Monthly, we lost the support, but I would not say that we've lost a pivot. So we're still looking for a monthly higher low on Amazon. Daily will be oversold when we open. It's not oversold right now, but when we open, RSI will update. But that doesn't mean I want to front run. Remember, Bezos has been selling, and it's been reflected in the chart. I'm going to take a little coffee break right here. A little sip. I've been very preachy this morning, but I feel like that's more helpful than trying to give you individual names to trade. Nvidia is down huge. Weekly downtrend. Monthly, we're looking for a higher low. Daily, let's see, will it be oversold at open? It will not be oversold at open on the daily. We are looking for a monthly high or low. Nvidia is getting pretty beat up and it hasn't had earnings yet. Let them flush it. If you want to trade this, if you want a long, let them flush it. Don't front run the long until you have friends with you on the trade. Tesla and Apple are likely set up the best. We're looking for a weekly high or low on Tesla and a weekly high or low on Apple. So on Tesla, we're oversold. We're in a historical bounce zone for the RSI. RSI is at 14. This could be an absolute gift for them to flush it at open and then wait for that bounce. Wait for the 2-minute trend changes. Okay, I should say something else. So if you're looking to be an aggressive bull, you're looking for 2-minute trend changes for a scalp because you understand that you're counter trend and you can't hold on to that trade for a long time because you're counter trend. And the next thing you could look for is stair steps. Stair steps and 2-minute trend changes for an aggressive bull. That is the way I would approach and that I will be approaching the day. So you want stair steps on 1 minute, 2 minute. Yeah, if we could get a flush stair step with a bull break, that could be a great trade setup. So I do have Queen of the Mountain trades, but I can tell you the quality is not as high as I like to hold myself to be. So let me... Coin and MSTR, I would be looking for reverse back burner trades. So you're looking for a 15-minute overbought conditions. Tell me when we get overbought on the 15-minute. I like a short on coin, MSTR. Same thing, we set that alert earlier, looking for the 15-minute overbought conditions. And then XLV. XLV is very similar to Tesla. Well, actually, it looks better than Tesla and Apple. But we are looking for weekly high or low. We are looking for... Is 1 hour oversold yet? Not yet. I don't like this setup as much as I liked it earlier. Yeah, I don't like this setup as much as I liked it earlier, so scratch that on XLV. So I like coin and MSTR for reverse back burner. And most of the names we're looking at reverse back burner setups. I do like a long on Apple or Tesla because they're set up just a little bit better than their peers. It's 6:49. My alarm is about to go off. I have to go boot up the stream. Hit the like button, folks. Can ya? Will ya? Hit it for a friend. TCGers, we will be there for you all day in the room. We're here for you. And I'm telling you, days like today are the days to take less trades. Understand that fear is very irrational and things don't have to always make sense. So just stay relaxed, stay in the pocket, and wait for the trade to come to you. All right, y'all, use stop losses, and thanks for being here.